If I had to think of one word that would describe the ministry of my mom and dad, I would choose the word love. I have watched my mom and dad love God. They have loved him through their faithfulness. They have loved him through their service. And I have watched them love God's people very well. My dad is a servant leader. He has served God's people and God by being a servant leader. He was the pastor who would mow the lawn and take care of the repairs around the church. He was the pastor that was at the church early to make sure that everything was set up and the air conditioning was on or the heat was on. And my mom would hug on people, make sure that they knew that they were loved, make sure that they knew that they were welcomed. My parents showed their love for God and their love for God's people very well.
And how faithful they were throughout the years. You know, I've just been in this family for a little over 21 years, and what I've seen in their lives have been such an example to me of what faithfulness looks like. Anytime the church doors were open, they were there. They were serving. And they not only served God and through the church, but they were serving people. They were taking care of them. And it's just one of those things that has been an inspiration to me to watch them throughout the years. And just the many opportunities they have given me as their son-in-law in the church to preach when I'd come down there, and that it just motivated me on my Christian walk, and just watching them and how they love on people and how they served, and I am so grateful for their lives. And Becky and I love you dearly, and we are so thankful for your lives and for what you've done.
You guys went to college with my mom and dad, the difference being that you finished school and my mom and dad dropped out. They moved to Pensacola, Florida, and started struggling spiritually. They stopped going to church. And Dad, your first job out of Bible college was as a volunteer assistant pastor. As God would have it, in the same town that my mom and dad lived in. You were a cop, and you bumped into my dad often. And you were used by God to help my dad come back to faith. My dad will tell you now that the fact that you were always gracious and kind to my dad when he felt he deserved it least, that you never made him feel judged, that there were things you could have said to make him feel bad that you didn't, that God used to prompt him to get his life right with God and get my family back into church. So I was raised in a Christian home in part because of your godly influence in my family's life before I'd ever met you, and I wanted to say thanks.
I watched you guys go through some really tough times growing up, and you never gave up, and you continued to trust in God. And that has been such an encouragement to me, especially since we've started our church and we've faced some tough times. I remember, because of your example, that I can trust God and I won't give up. Thank you so much for the godly example you have set. We love you very much.